The people here otherwise have to live in, marginalized and out of the way areas where they're not harassed or they're subject to routine sweeps that, people here have medical conditions, things like that. When they're constantly being shuffled about and everything like that, they don't receive proper care, people, lose track of them. Shelters are not operating, and it's a bad year for everybody, but especially if you're living outside. It was interesting to see how fast the city responds when it's their own property and how slowly they respond when it's not. If anybody's interested in donations, we can pretty much use just about anything. Hot food is always good. And then we've had a lot of people coming through who have heard that, people are getting housed and out of the cold, and unfortunately we're having to turn people away with what supplies that we have because we don't have any more run. Tents, warm clothes, blankets, anything like that is awesome. Yeah, so Tacoma Housing Now is just a group that's, aside from other political affiliations, we're really just trying to find places for people to stay. It's fucking freezing outside, and people are dying in the streets. We've done some direct action things to try and take care of people around here, but right here, right now, we've occupied the Travelodge in the Port of Tacoma and have a good amount of units that have people living and staying warm in them, and we're committed to staying here until we'll see what happens.
Causing a lot of traffic congestion. Oh, just right now. Hey, guess what happened? The cameras are out too. We could stay here because of this.
There's a fucking pandemic! It's winter! Where do you want people to go? Protect your community, not property!
Right now, the cops are kicking people out and threatening arrests, threatening to kick people off the property. And, we're all here because we know that our neighbors don't have another place to go. We know that it's going to be freezing again tonight in the next couple months, and it's not just the Houseless community. It's all of us normal folks. We're all put at risk by this. If you think you couldn't find yourself on the street in the next year or two, you're wrong. The organizers have been trying to reach out to the mayor, talk to the chief of police, and talk to city council and folks like that. From what I've heard, there has been some negotiation happening. I believe there was one suggestion that there could be an alternative housing situation proposed. But at the end of the day, it really hasn't seemed like there's been much effort put in by the city and local government to provide for community members. We're letting people be on the street and deciding it's cheaper to pay for people to kick people out of homes than it is to just provide homes. I think anybody knows that there is money to provide for this kind of thing. There are resources. It's just a matter of where it's being allocated and what the priorities of our city and our state are. So it's been quite disappointing that it's not just an easy thing to make sure that the owner can get paid for the rooms, and so he can stay in business and all these people can stay off the streets. With how many struggling small businesses there are, with how many hotels have empty rooms these days, it seems like a win for everybody if our local governments can provide funding to keep people housed and keep these hotels in business. But this is going to keep spreading. Get involved with your local groups, start organizing and figuring out how to take care of your neighbors. You know, if you're not sure how to engage with the local houseless community, just go start meeting people. You know, ask what they need, and organize with your friends. Yeah.
Human right!
Housing is a human right.
Housing is a human